I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon and we will grow, and I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneits Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Now Sun will make its move in the sign of Aries. So from 14th of April, Sun will once again gain its strength. First it will cross the Gandanta boundary of Pisces and Aries, Revati and Ashwini Nakshatra. And then it enters into the Ashwini Nakshatra first pada, which is the first pada or the first 3 degree 20 minutes of Aries zodiac sign. It will also become Vargottama for the first 3 days of the transit. This is a high potency. This is a transit of a kind of an energy that you have never seen before. A transit that fills you with courage, motivation, health. It improves the vital characteristics throughout the world, but also causes a lot of heat, especially in tropical areas, because it is the peak of the summer season. But before going further, please subscribe to my channel. It's the subscription that connects you and me. Put your comments in the comment section. That will give me ideas on what more videos I have to upload. If you want something different, do let me know. Also, if you want to take my consultations, you can drop me an email or call me on the number which is on the screen and in the description box. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Telegram for link and other interesting reels and other interesting stuff. I'm also launching a Kundali program where if you want your personalized Kundali in a PDF format, in more like pre-written format, you will be getting that, and it will be launching very soon. My classes are also going to be launched very soon. Follow me on Instagram and you will get details of the classes that I'm planning for the upcoming days. Let's start the analysis. Now, usually Aries is the starting point. It is the head of the Kalpurush. So when Sun enters the Aries zodiac sign, so I must say, Happy New Year. This is the actual astronomical new year that follows the astronomical clock, and it also marks the seasonal change, and it also gives you an idea that around this time the Sun is now going to start a journey where the Surya, the sunlight, is going to reach its maximum potential. Now when this happens, some example of the Sun being in Aries will be that the kings, the leaders will become very powerful. This is a power-packed position. So if you are someone who is seeking power, who wants to do good in politics, who wants to reach to the highest level of your organization, if you want to work well with all the power struggle in life, and if you are a MMA fighter and if you want to win, if you're a sportsman, you want to do good for your country. If you are into social media, you want to become famous. If you want name, fame, everything can be achieved while Sun is in Aries, because Aries is a zodiac sign which is ruled by Mangal. Now when you say Aries, you actually talk about that life force which is brutal, which wants to come out like a seed breaking apart and the sapling coming out and following the path of the Sun. See, if that life force has to survive, it must find sunlight, and that is where we as soul and in the body can break apart, create a new structure within ourselves while we focus towards the sunlight. Which means that it will be great if you wake up before sunrise and accept the energies of the Sun by giving water to the Sun, the Surya Argha. Also doing Surya Namaskar with all the 12 mantras of the 12 Adityas. If you follow your solar routine, eat food after sunrise, don't eat after sunset, sleep in a manner that you wake up at least 2 to 3 hours before sunrise. This kind of resets all your body vital organs. At least that is what the medical science says. Spiritually, we know that it happens that way, and you will be able to bring everything in rhythm. So this is the time of the year when the Asura can come back and become a Sur. Asur means without rhythm, Sur means in rhythm. Anyone who is without the rhythm of the nature is like an asura. And unfortunately, the way we live, the lifestyle that we carry, we tend to force ourselves to go out of sync with the cosmic rhythm. And I have no idea why. And sometimes it becomes a real struggle. Say you have a job and you have to survive, you have to feed your family. And then you see that you're working till late night. That stops and ruins all your metabolic system and creates medical problems. When Sun goes in Aries, it will find Jupiter in the Kritika Nakshatra. Now see, Kritika is also the nakshatra of Surya. So you will get light, knowledge, everything. But it's your duty that you focus on acquiring that knowledge and then implementing in life rather than cribbing about it. Exalted Sun can be challenging for people who have exalted Mars, because exalted Sun and exalted Mars together can be a short circuit of energy, too much energy. You will be like all over the place. You want to do so many things but very quickly, and that is where the mistakes happen. Mistakes happen where you rush. So don't rush while you are doing something in your life. When Sun goes in Aries zodiac sign, it takes the energy of Mars. It wants to create life force, so it's a great time for new initiatives. But should we read only Sun in Aries, or what's happening around the Sun? You should never forget that while Sun is in Aries, there is Saturn in Aquarius. Saturn will be in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra. And the Shani's Vakra Drishti, third aspect, will fall right on Aries. That means the moment you will try to showcase your power, you would want to take first step towards acquiring power, you will be challenged by the Saturn's nature. See, Saturn in Purva Bhadrapada is more about detachment. But this is a detachment or a sacrifice for power. Now the question is your sacrifice worthy? Why will you sacrifice something when you're not going to get anything in return? And should you sacrifice in the first place? Say a person sacrifices his 6-figure job to pursue music. Now, if he is financially sound, or if he can do something in his life, there is a backup. Logically and practically, it's okay. But imagine he has a family and he needs to bring food on the table, and suddenly he takes that step. Always there is a 50-50 chance he will be either successful or not. Now, it is too big a risk, at least for now. Now, when Sun goes in Aries, it also kind of counters the darkness of Rahu, which is in Pisces. But this is too much of energy. And what it does at the end, it makes Jupiter go combust. Jupiter will get out of Aries zodiac sign by the end of April. So for the first 15-16 days, Sun and Jupiter and Venus will come together to give you a lot of learnings of both spectrum, both material and spiritual. And it will leave up to you what area you want to move with and what path you want to take. Sun exaltation will fill you with support from father, support from people of high authority, and this is also the time when you have to increase security around you. When you get power, you also have to protect that power. Now, one way of handling this energy is either to pray to Bhagwan Hanuman, because it gives you this courage to control and contain the power that you carry. आपन तेज संहारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाँकते कापे, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे. At least this shloka, you need to continuously chant and remind yourself that if you go down at the feet of Hanuman, his energies are going to help you contain all that power. Now, this can trigger anger and anger-related reactions in a lot of people's life. Maybe you will burst out because you are overconfident. You are confident that you will be able to pull this stunt and you will have a conflict. You will launch a conflict. I don't think it's a good idea. See, having power at this point of time when Jupiter goes combust shows that it is good to come out from minus to zero and have a calibrated scaling up in life. But the moment you jump, Saturn's third aspect to Sun will crush the confidence down. it will create more issues, it will create blocks, it will bring another power that is more powerful than you. It's like you climb a mountain and there's a taller mountain after that. This can drain you, this can burn you. So being humble will be the only choice when Sun is in Aries. Now when Sun is in Aries, it will travel 3 nakshatra, Ashwini, Bharani and the first pada of Kritika, 9 padas. When Sun is in Ashwini, it is more healing in nature. When Sun is in Bharani, it is more occult in nature. This is the time of creativity. When Sun is in Kritika, with all your experience, you will be able to pierce through your problems and you will find your solution. But then for that, you need to be pure from heart. You need to have, you need to get rid of any unnecessary ego that you carry. You must have a holistic mindset, and that cannot be developed in a day. You have a lot of time. Do yoga, pranayam, take the holistic side, holistic lifestyle, avoid eating too much of oily and chili food because these two things can trigger the negative Surya. Donate jaggery, donate copper, traditional remedies. And on the simpler sense, if you don't know anything or if you can't recall anything, you simply say Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. May Vishnu be your Surya. And if you can chant Vishnu Sahasranam, it will be great. I know I repeat the same remedy again and again, but these are the real remedies that will work for a common layman who really don't have a guru or doesn't have any possibility to consult an astrologer. At least this video might help you. An exalted Sun will give you hope, and use this hope wisely, because if you are being misguided by Rahu and hope is to climb a mountain without any gear and without any experience, then that's a bad hope. You must see where the hope is coming from. What is the source of your hope? If you can track the source of your hope, you will be able to find whether it is possible or not. If it is possible, do it. If it is not possible, wait. Now, this Sun movement is happening couple of days after the Graha Yuddha between Mars and Saturn. So it definitely means that you will have to be extremely cautious with your anger, especially in your career. You might be triggered, you might be provoked. What you will have to do is have a calculated, calibrated response, but not a knee-jerk reaction. And this calls for a lot of maturity. It may be easy for people above 30, but for someone who is below 30 years of age, it might be very difficult. This can affect otherwise relationship, because when Sun becomes powerful in Aries, it is Libra that suffers. Because when power shifts to one side, the balance gets lost. It is a tilt. The common balance is now tilted to one side. And that goes against the fundamental nature of Libra. So if you are watching this, you need to bring in more equilibrium. Now to control the power, you need to pray to Ma Durga. If you are a Devi Upasaka, then you can pray to Ma Durga by chanting Durga Saptashati or Mahishasur Mardini Stotra. Doing pranayam will also regulate the sun and moon rhythm, but for a layman who cannot do puja also, just correct your sleep and food and you will see the magic. Ensure that you are eating food that are more leafy in nature, because leaves capture the sunlight, photosynthesis, simple things, and you will be able to become more and more healthy. The Sun aspecting Libra might also mean that it will give you all the idea why your life is imbalanced. Professional, personal, marriage, children, health, any area. Target the imbalance, find the root cause and resolve it, because action is extremely needed. But procrastination and imagination of action is your enemy. Remember, Mars was with Saturn, then Mars will be with Rahu. That means there is a lot of things happening around Mars, which is the dispositor of Surya and the Lord of Aries zodiac sign. That means Sun would want something, energies may get distracted. Instead of going in the actual path, you may choose and get distracted and go to a very different path. And for that, you need guidance and meditation. And people who are involved in lighting industry, astrology, edtech, if you are into holistic healing, if you are into manufacturing sector, if you are into telecommunication sector, if you are working with If you're working in the area of politics, if you're working between countries in the geopolitical scenario, you will become very much successful.